Hi guys, and welcome to another one of my videos. Today, as promised, I'm going to be showing my new enclosures for my bearded dragon, Rory, and my leopard gecko, Solar. So they've both moved into their new homes. This one I'm showing just now is Rory's. He's the bearded dragon. So it's a Viv Exotic, large, beach coloured vivarium. I bought this new and constructed it myself. So a quick tour, just going to kneel down a bit so we can see better. Got the same plant I had before up there, and his habitat on here. This is his cool side, and I've got a water bowl here that I don't know if it's used or not, but I just have it there anyway. At the back there is the probe for the thermostat, which I have moved a couple of times. I'm still trying to perfect the temperature gradient. It can take a bit of time, so I don't know if I'll need to move it again, and that's why I haven't sellotaped the top of it yet. It's still hanging out a wee bit. Here, an artificial Boston fern, and I can't remember what you call this one, it's something lily. Obviously artificial as well. I've got his vegetable bowl here, and today he's got different types of lettuce and he's got cabbage. He doesn't eat a massive amount of his veg yet, but I think he has touched it today. As you can see, I just put that in this morning. We've got reptile carpet, which is my favourite substrate. We've got the Exoterra crocodile skull here, just a wee decoration. Here, these are mealworm pupae. I don't feed him these all the time, but he quite likes them. And it's something you can catch, so obviously they can't run away. Here is a little cocoa pod. I had some of these left over from my crested gecko enclosure, so I really like the look of these, so I popped that in there. And it's a place where any bugs that escape always end up hiding, so I can catch them again, take them back out. I don't like to leave bugs in here at all because they poo all over the reptile carpet and make a huge mess. So I'm trying my best to teach him to hand feed as much as possible. At the back there is another, it's an Exoterra star cactus I think it's called, artificial plant. And here is, I think it was something play sticks medium, and you get that from Pets at Home, just to make a little ramp up to his basking spot, which is the same one I had before, but it's now upside down. This vivarium isn't the tallest, so I had to turn it upside down so that it wasn't too hot. So you can see it there. I actually think it looks quite cool like this, it's quite nice. I've still got the probe for the temperature on here just now, because like I said, I'm still perfecting the temperature. And here's just a little cactus, and you can see his leg back there. He's just in here at the moment. I've just fed him some mealworms just a couple of minutes ago, so he's back there chilling out. The same spot lamp here, it's a 60 watt reflective halogen bulb, just one from Asda. And up here you can see is a new light, a new UV light, and it's the Arcadia Slimline Luminaire, and this is the 39 watt one, so lots of UV light there. And both of these are on for 12 hours, they're on a timer system. In fact, I think it's about 14 hours they're on for. And he's just in the back there, left hand side. He can be a wee grumpy, so he's hiding away at the moment. Like I said, he's just had some mealworms just a few minutes ago. So far he seems to be really enjoying his new Viv, which is great. And I've got this really, I don't know how much you can see, a really great table here with the two drawers. Got a turkey wood. And down below, and amongst other things, it's quite dark down there. I've got mealworms, morel worms, hoppers, crickets down there in there. tub. And I'm just going to stand up again. There we go. So that's Rory's new vivarium, and that's him in there. And up here at the side, just got stuff that I use quite often. I need to fill that bottle back up. This keeps falling down all the time, it's really annoying. Don't know why I bother sticking it back up. And at the moment, these doors are open, so I've got it about 48 just now. So that's probably about right for the basking spot. So I'm going to close that over just now. Oh, and also this Viv came with a little hole in the glass here, and it came with a plastic stopper which completely locked it so that you couldn't open or close it, but I couldn't get it back out, so I had to get scissors and like cut it off. And apparently you can get a metal lock to fit in this hole, so I think I'm going to go for that instead. But just now, because I don't leave bugs in there, nothing can get out, so it's not really a problem. So I don't think I can move far enough back to show you the full thing. You get the idea. Much bigger than the last one. And this is the last one up here. You can see. Try not to film myself. I always hate the reflections. So I'll open this one up to prevent that bit. So this is Rory's old one and Solar's new one. Leopard gecko has now moved into this one. This is a very exotic 3-foot walnut vivarium, which you've seen before. And on the side here, this one has fallen down too. I've opened the door so it might be a little cooler. Sitting around, it's usually around 35. And that's for the heat pad, this warm end, which is this end. I've added doesn't look too good on here. It's an Exoterra, I think it's a 5% UVB bulb there for some UV light, which some people say you don't need. I haven't used it really, but I thought I'd give it a go, wouldn't do me any harm. I've got a big plant there, which was on when Rory had it. Got his cactus at the back. I've got a lovely piece of Mopani wood in here. And this is the Exoterra large hide, which I'll lift up in a second because he'll be in there. And his heat pad is half under this and half under, and this is the Exoterra large gecko cave. He had the medium one before, but this one just gives him more room. And inside that I've got moss, which I spray to keep damp. So I'm just going to give it a spray just now. You can see underneath, maybe you can't see, there's water droplets on there. Probably can't see too well. So this gets sprayed pretty much every day just to keep it nice and damp. So I'm going to do that now. Like I said, I need to refill. It's usually just this half that needs done. It's very hard to do this just with one hand. I need to refill this water, but I spray this every day. Keep it nice and damp for him. And that really helps when he's having a shed, so that skin doesn't get stuck to his feet. It can eventually cause toes to fall off, which isn't very good. So it's always best to have a damp hide in there. And they seem to really appreciate it. Over the other side, this side, is a piece of cork bark. Just for decorative reasons really, something else for him to climb on, which is quite nice. And I'm just bringing down here, the other side. Another plant up the back, which is still from when Rory had it. Just left it in there. And I've got his little, again it's the same as this, but I've just made it into a little arch, and that makes his cool area which to be honest he never really goes in, but I uses the top of it at this side as a toilet, so I need to clean that quite often. He's got calcium, and because he's got the UV light now, I just put pure calcium in here and dust his food with multivitamin powder or Nutribulk sometimes. And he's got his water bowl here, which he does use, and I need to wash out and refill quite soon. It's about halfway down just now. I don't let that go all the way down, I usually change it every sort of 2 days. You can see he's been using his calcium powder, made a bit of a mess. So I'll move this back over and see if he wants to say hello today. He shed quite recently, a couple of days ago, maybe 3 days ago now, so he's looking pretty good. In fact, he's just decided to shock me. He isn't in there. He's usually always in there. So now I need to have a look around and see where he's got to.